Hey guys, Michael from COPPERVSGLASS, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Archeer portable rechargeable projector. Now this is one of the coolest things that I've been able to take a look at here on the channel in quite some time, and it is something slightly different, so yeah. Let's take a look. Okay guys, so just to get things out of the way first, I'm going to go over the features of the projector. Now it's really low power, only 12 watts, which is really awesome, and it also comes with a built-in 4000 mAh battery. So what that means is once you've actually charged up the device, you can then take it out and about with you if you want to, but in terms of what you're going to actually be able to watch, that can be quite limited, as it's only going to get you about 1.5 hours, so about an hour and a half on a full charge. Now that's okay if you're watching some TV shows or something on YouTube for instance, but if you do want to sit down and watch a feature-length film, which is going to be 2 to 2.5 hours, you're going to have to bring along the actual power adapter itself. Now in terms of the projector, it does actually output native resolution, so if you're putting something in that's going to be 1080p or 720p, then that's how it's going to come out on the projector itself, and you can get anything up to a 79-inch display with this projector, which is incredible if you think about it. If you're going to be using this outdoors or in a really dark room, you're going to be able to have a massive screen, which is something that you can't really get with a TV with spending this little money. On the left hand side, you are going to find a slider to adjust focus so you can get that just right. You've also then got a power on and a volume up and down button if you don't want to use the included remote. On the back, you've got DC in, HDMI, reset, USB, and also audio out, and I would recommend maybe using the audio out for some external speakers, as the built-in sound isn't necessarily that good, and you can also use the USB to attach an external drive with a ton of movies on it. You've also got some Archeer branding on the top as well, and also on the top you've got some indicator lights for low power and also when it's charging, and to let you know that the device is actually on in the first place. Now also included in the box is also a remote. Now this reminds me very much of something that you get with like an Amazon Fire Stick, and it is very simple and very plasticky, but it does exactly what you need it to. It's got play, pause, go forward, skip back, volume up and down, and also some directional pads here to access things in the menu that you've got with the actual projector itself, which is very simple. The interface of the projector is really easy to use. If you want to select files or HDMI input, it's very simple to do with this remote. But that's kind of going to do it for the design and the accessories that you get. You also do get a tripod with this and also a cleaning cloth as well, but how does the picture look? Well, it actually looks okay. Now keep in mind guys, this is really hard to get across on video, as I wanted to have the room light enough so that I could show you certain things, but also have it dark enough so that you could see the actual screen itself. Now if this was a pitch black room, you'd be able to see it way better than you actually can here at the moment, and keep in mind that the position where I've got it at the moment is projecting it at around 13 to 14 inches on my wall, so it's not going to be the best viewing experience in the world. Now don't get me wrong, if you do have any lights on, you are going to see that it washes out the picture completely, so this is definitely for dark use only. As you can see here, you can't really see it very well. At a pinch you possibly could, but in terms of watching a movie or watching a TV show, you definitely want to have the lights out so that you're going to get the best picture available. And this is an example of gaming with this projector with Battlefield 1. Now again, as you can see here, in terms of the picture quality, if all the lights were out and I had the projector further back to give me a bigger screen, it would look really awesome. Now it still looks kind of cool on this small screen as you can see here, but just in general you want to have a really dark room with a really big wall to get the best experience from this projector in my overall opinion. Now you can also watch movies on this as well, and again in terms of how they look, that's going to depend on the actual source as well. I've actually got this hooked up to my MacBook Pro using HDMI, so in terms of the picture quality, it's coming out at about 1080p, so again it looks really good. Now as I mentioned, in terms of the speakers, you do want to use some external audio if you possibly can, because the built-in speakers don't really give a lot of bass and they're not really that good. Imagine something like a Samsung Galaxy S7 with the bottom firing speaker. Yes, it's okay for what you need it for, and it's okay in a pinch, but if you want to watch a full-length movie, you want to use something slightly different with some more bass, better sound, and just an overall better listening experience. And if I'm being completely honest, gaming on this projector isn't really all that bad either. In terms of the frame rate, what you're going to get is pretty much 1-to-1 because it's doing it via the HDMI cable itself. So again, it looks really good. Now again, depending on the game that you're going to be playing, if there's a lot of dark environments and it's not really that good in terms of the environment that you're in, then yeah, it's not going to be great. If you're playing something like Uncharted 4, where the majority of the time it's really bright, really vibrant, then you're not really going to have any problems whatsoever. Now I wouldn't necessarily use this for online online gaming, because for something like Call of Duty or Battlefield, you are going to want that really pinpoint accuracy in terms of the screen resolution and also the screen clarity. Now, you're not necessarily going to get it with this projector, but again, if you do need to use it in a pinch, then you're not really going to have any problems at all. Now, moving the projector further back, you can see here now that I've got an image that is about 50 inches or so in comparison to a TV. Now again, as you can see here, it looks really good. Now there are some frame rate issues that I have found. Now this video that I am playing does have bad frame rates anyway, but in terms of the overall frame rate of the projector, it's not necessarily the best, and that's kind of why I wouldn't really use it for online gaming as well. It doesn't have a super high refresh rate, so again, you are maybe going to come across some problems there as well. But if you are just sitting back watching a TV or playing some casual games, then you're not really going to have any issues. Now again, as you can see there, the light actually did dim ever so slightly just then, and that's because of the power consumption. Once this gets down to a certain percentage, it doesn't just turn off, it actually dims the power, which again doesn't really give the best experience, which is why for me I would always have it plugged into the DC output, so you are going to have to charge it all the time to get the best picture quality. And that is going to do it for this video, guys. Now let me know in the comment section what you think of this projector in terms of the look and feel and also the picture quality itself, because that is kind of the main thing with a projector. Now if you've got any questions about the projector, or you've got anything else about the channel that you want to ask about, let me know in the comment section or hit me up on Twitter at COPPERVSGLASS. Now just below you'll also find a like button if you did enjoy this video, and next to that you are going to get a subscribe button. Just hit that and you are going to get all future content from COPPERVSGLASS. Anyway guys, thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.